Hello, my dear student. Today we are in lecture number 8 under the title of My Sister Works Downtown. My sister works downtown. In our lecture today, we will focus on the present simple tense. We will focus on its usage, formation, question, negation. All these points we will handle in our lecture for today. My sister works downtown. Snapshot: drive, walk, take the bus, takes the subway, take the train, ride a bike, take a taxi or a cab. Cab is American and taxi is British. Ride a motorcycle or a motorcycle. Let's read the following conversation together in order to analyze the tense used in this conversation. It's a conversation between boy and girl. We saw a car in the picture and a house here. So let's see what's the topic of this conversation. It's between Ashley and Jason. Nice car, Jason. Is it yours? No, it's my sister's. She has a new job. She drives to work. Is her job here in the suburbs? No, it's downtown. My parents work downtown, but they don't drive to work. They use public transportation. The bus or the train doesn't stop near our house. So they take the bus. Again, it's a conversation between Ashley and Jason. They are talking about the new car. Nice car, Jason. Is it yours? No, it's my sister's. She has a new job and she drives to work. Is her job here in the suburbs? No, it's downtown. My parents work downtown, but they don't drive to work. They use public transportation. The bus or the train doesn't stop near our house, so they take the bus. Here from the following conversation, we note that she has a new job. She drives to work, and my parents work downtown. They don't drive to work. They use public transportation. The train doesn't stop near our house. They take the bus. So all these verbs I'm reading now are expressed in the present simple tense, or expressed in the present simple tense. So what's the present simple tense? What's the usage of the present simple tense? What are the key words of the present simple tense? What's the formation in the affirmative or in negation or in question? All these points we will cover now, inshallah. Okay, the usage of the present continuous. When we want to express habits, facts, daily routine of life, and timetable. Again, when we want to express habits, facts, timetable, and the daily routine of life. You do something every day, it's a routine of life. In this case, you should use the present simple tense. So, the first point is the usage of the present continuous when we want to express facts, habits, timetable, or the daily routine of life. Now we will move to the second point. What are the key words of the present continuous? We have usually, always, sometimes, often, rarely, recently, every plus period of time, every day, every month, every Sunday. Okay, all these vocabulary again, usually, always, sometimes, often, rarely, recently, every. All these vocabulary express the routine of life, express the repetition of an action, the repetition. Either it was a habit, it's a fact, it's a routine of life. It expresses the repetition of an action. Usually express repetition, often express repetition. All these vocabulary express repetition of an action. Okay? So now let's move to the formation. First, in the affirmative, when you note she drives, my parents work, they use. So you should know that the pronoun he, she, it, we add s, or ies to the verb, like drives. And when the verb come with I, we, you, and they, we don't add anything to the verb. It will be in the infinitive form. So with he, she, it, we add ses or ies to the verb. But when the verb comes with I, we, you, they, we don't add anything to the verb. Okay? And here we just have a look about relatives. Here, wife and husband, father, mother are called parents. Son and daughter, the children or the kids. Brother and sister. Anne is Paul's wife, and Paul is Anne's husband. Jason is Anne's son. Emily is Paul's daughter. Jason is Emily's brother, and Emily is Jason's sister. Paul and Anne, or Paul and Anne, or Jason's parents. Jason's parents. Here it's possessive. Just we add apostrophe s to the name, then we add the description here. Let's back again to the main focus, the simple present statement. I walk to school. You ride your bike to school. He works near here. She takes the bus to work. We live with our parents. They use public transportation. So if you note that I, you, we, they, we don't add anything to the verb, but with he and she and it also we add s, es or ies. This is in the affirmative. This is in the affirmative form. We add nothing to the verb when it comes with I, we, they, and you. But we add s, es, or ies with he, she, and it, and its equivalent noun. For example, if we delete he, we can say Ali, Ali. And if we delete she, we can say Dua. So the pronoun and their equivalents in nouns. This is the affirmative. Someone should ask me when I add s, when I add es, and when I add ies. The general rule is to add s. The exceptional rule is to add es or ies. We add es when the verb ends by. We add es when the verb ends by ch, sh, x, o, and ss. Again, we add es to the verb when it comes with he, she, or it, when the verb ends by ch, sh, x, o, and ss. For example, match will be matches, smash, smashes, go, goes, mix, mixes, miss, misses. When we said he misses the train. So in this case we do not add s, we add es. We add es to he, she, it. Okay, this is the first point. Someone also should ask me when I add ies. When I add ies. In short, when the verb ends by y sound, y letters, and preceded by a consonant. Preceded by a consonant. Like for example, fly. When I say the bird flies in the sky every day in the morning. The bird flies. If you note that the verb fly ends by y, in this case and preceded by a consonant. In this case we delete the y and add ies. And or add ies. Okay, my dear students. Now we will move to the negation. We have two things. We have don't and doesn't. Don't and doesn't. Don't comes with I, you, they, and we. Doesn't comes with he, she, it. So we have two things. We have don't plus infinitive and doesn't plus infinitive. Don't comes with I, you, we, they. Doesn't comes with he, she, it. Let's see the following examples. I don't live far from here. You don't live near here. He doesn't work downtown. She doesn't drive to work. We don't live alone. They don't need a car. So I takes it on, you takes it on, he takes doesn't, she takes doesn't, we takes don't, and they takes don't, and all of them preceded by infinitive. All of them preceded by infinitive. Don't equals do not. Doesn't equals does not. Let's answer the following exercise. Paul Carter is talking about his family. Complete the sentences with the correct verb forms, then compare with the partner. Let's see number one. My family and I live in the suburbs. Suburbs here is the opposite of downtown. My wife and I work, yes, because they here, or we here, work near here, so we walk to work. Our daughter Emily works downtown, so she drives to work. Our son doesn't drive, he rides his bike to school. He rides his bike to school. Number two, my parents, because they are two, live in the city. My mother takes a train to work. My father is retired, so he doesn't work now. Retired here means it's above 60 years old, so that he doesn't work. He doesn't work. He also uses public transportation. So they don't need a car. Don't need a car. Let's answer the following. This exercise again. Number one, my family and I live in the suburbs. My wife and I work near here, so we walk to work. Our daughter Emily works downtown, so she drives to work. Our son doesn't drive. He rides his bike to school. My parents live in the city. My mother takes a train to work. My father is retired, so he doesn't work now. He also uses public transportation, so they don't need a car. They don't need a car. Simple present statements with the irregular verb. Of course, we have regular verb like have, I, you, we, they will be have, as we said. But with he, she, it will be has. I have a bike. My father has a bike. She a car. She has a car. The cat has a nest. The bird has a nest. Okay, so verb to have is an irregular verb. It will be have with I, you, we, they, and it will be has with he, she, it. Also, do. We do our homework every day. Do here ends by O, and we said when the verb ends by O, we add es to he, she, it. And it will be do as it is with I, you, we, they. We do our homework every day, but my mother does because the verb ends with O, and we said before that the verb ends by CHSHOXSS, we add ES. My mother does a lot of work at home. My parents go to work by bus. My bus goes downtown. Ashley is talking about her family and her friend Jason. Complete the sentences, and then compare with a partner. Let's see the following exercise between Ashley and her friend Jason. Ashley is talking about her family and her friend Jason. Complete the sentences, then compare with a partner. Number one, my parents have a house in the suburb. My mom and dad go downtown. Go, number one here will be the first choice. Go. downtown to work. My parents are very busy, so I do the first choice, a lot of work at home. Again, my parents have a house in the suburb. My mom and dad go downtown to work. My parents are very busy, so I do a lot of work at home. Number two, my brother doesn't live with us. My brother doesn't live with us. He has an apartment in the city. Apartment here means a flat, but it's American word. It's apartment equals a flat. My brother doesn't live with us. He has an apartment in the city. Will be the second choice. Has. He goes to school all day and he does his homework at night. And he does his homework at night. He does his homework at night. I I have a new friend. The first choice. I have a new friend. His name is Jason. We huh? We go to the same school and sometimes we do our homework together. Number three, I have a new friend. His name is Jason. We go to the same school and sometimes we do our homework together. Our homework together. This is about third person singular s endings. It has three pronunciations. Could be sa, za, and is. It can be sa when the last sound will be voiceless. In this case, it will take the sa sound. Take will be takes, sleep will be sleeps, and it will pronounce it as the when the last sound will be voiced. Voiced like drive, it's a voiced here. That is voiced, so it will be drives. Study, studies. And as we know that all vowels are voiced letter. Voiced letter. It will be is when the verb ends by s, ch, sh, x, o. In this case, not o. In this case, it will be is. Dance, dances. Watch, watches. Okay. Here, conversation. I get up at noon. Also, this conversation is talking about the present continuous tense. The present simple tense. The present simple tense. I get up at noon. It's a routine of life. It's a habit that every day he or she get up at noon. And we said that at noon equals 12 p.m. exactly. Listen and practice. It's a conversation between Jack and Amy. Let's go to the park on Sunday. Okay, but let's go in the afternoon. Let's go in the afternoon. I sleep late on weekends. I sleep late on weekends. What time do you get up on Sundays? At 10 o'clock? Oh, that's early. On Sundays, I get up at noon. Really? Do you eat breakfast then? Sure, I have breakfast every day. Then let's meet at this restaurant at 1 o'clock. They serve breakfast all day. They serve breakfast all day. Again, it's a conversation between Jack and Amy. Let's go to the park on Sunday. Okay, but let's go to in the afternoon. I sleep late on weekends. Here on weekends, when it comes in plural, means in every week, on every weekend, she sleep late? It's a repeated action. What time do you get up on Sundays? Also, when we make day on in the plural form, it means that every Sunday it's a repeated action. Okay? I get up at noon. Really? Do you eat breakfast then? Sure, I have breakfast every repeated action. Present simple. Then let's meet at this restaurant at 1 o'clock. They serve breakfast all day. If you note that the whole conversation is the present simple tense, it expresses repeated action on weekends, on Sundays, and every day. All these vocabulary express present simple tense. This conversation will lead us to handle question 4 in the present continuous, and as we said before, that in the present simple that we have WH questions and we have yes and no question. If we have yes and no question, so we will ask by do or does. Does comes with he, she, it, and the do comes with you, we, you, and they. And as you know, we don't have I in the questions. So we come first by do, then subject, then the verb in the infinitive, then the rest of the question, then we put question mark. So do you get up early? Do, this is what we ask in the present simple yes and no question. Do you get up early? If the answer is no, no, I get up late, or no, I don't get up early. Does comes with he, she, it. So does, then subject, then infinitive. Does, subject, infinitive. Does he, she, it, infinitive. Does comes with he, she, it. Does he eat lunch at noon? No, he eats lunch at 1 o'clock. Do they take the bus to class? No, they take the subway. Do comes with they. Do, subject, infinitive. Do, subject, infinitive. Then the rest of the question, then we put a question mark. No, they take the subway. To conclude the present simple questions concerning the short question or yes and no question, it consists of do or does plus subject plus the infinitive, then the complement of the question, then we put a question mark. Do or does, then subject, then the infinitive. And we said that do comes with you, we, you, I, they. Do, we, I, they, but I doesn't come in the question. Okay, does comes with he, she, it. Does, subject, infinitive, the complement of the question, then a question mark. This is the short or yes and no question. But the long question or the WH question consists of question word, first question word, then do or does, then subject, then the infinitive. Question word, then do or does, according to the following subject, then subject, then the infinitive. What time do you get up? What time? What time is a question word. Do is a helping verb. You, subject. Get up, the main verb in the infinitive form. In the infinitive form. So what time is a question word followed by helping verb do or does according to the following subject, then the subject, then the infinitive. What time do you get up? At 10 o'clock. What time does he have dinner? at 8 o'clock. When do they take the subway? When when is a question word. Do is a helping verb. The subject. Take is a main verb in the infinitive form. The subway is the rest of the question. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. On Tuesdays and Thursdays. To conclude that the long question or WH question consists of question word plus helping verb do or does plus subject plus the main verb in the infinitive, then the rest of the question, then we put a question mark. We wanted to focus that does comes with he, she, it, and do comes with I, we, you, they, and we, and as we said before that you in the question will be I and we in the answer. Okay, let's answer the following exercise together. Complete the questions with do or does. Do you get up early on weekdays? What time do you go home on Fridays? Does your father work on weekends? Does your mother cook every day? Do your parents read in the evening? When do your parents shop? Do you check your email at night? What time do you have dinner? When do you study? Does your best friend drive to school? What time does your father get up? Again, do you get up early on weekdays? What time do you go home on Fridays? Does your father work on weekends? Does your mother cook every day? Do your parents read in the evening? When do your parents shop? Do you check your email at night? What time do you have dinner? When do you study? Does your best friend drive to class? What time does your father get up? And time expression: early, late, every day, at, before clock, at 9, at noon, at midnight, and at night. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. On comes with days of the week and Sundays, and comes also with weekdays and weekends. Weekdays and weekend. Here you should have a look about the day of the week. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Wednesday is silent. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We have a reading here under the title of What's Your Schedule Like? What's your timetable like? What's your schedule like? Look at the pictures and the labels: who gets up early and who gets up late. Student reporter Marcus Starr talks to people on the street about their schedules. He meets, as we saw in the picture, 3 characters: Brittany, Justin, and Maya. So he will ask each one separately, and each one will talk about his schedule. Brittany Davis, college student. He meets Mike. She meets Mike. What's your schedule like? Brittany: my classes start at 8 a.m. and I get up at 7 and take the bus to school. When do your class end? They end at noon. then I have a job at the library. So, when do you study? My only time to study is in the evening from 8 until midnight. Again, what's your schedule like? Brittany, my classes start at, and here is the usage of the present simple tense. Start at 8 a.m. so I get up at 7 and take the bus to school. When it's here are questions, it's a double H question. Start by question word, then helping verb, then the subject, then the main verb. When do your classes start? When do your classes end? They end at noon. Then I have a job at the library. So when they study, my only time to study is in the evening from 8 until midnight. The second photo or second picture, he meets another one is city tour guide called Justin Reid. Mike will ask him what's your schedule like. Justin, I get up at 6:15 a.m. and start work at 9. I get up at 6:15 a.m. and start work at 9. And what do you do before work? I go for a run at 6:30 a.m. and then I have breakfast at 7. And after work, I finish at 6 p.m. and I have dinner downtown. Do you work every day? No, I work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So he meets Mike. What's your schedule like? Justin, I get up at 6:15 a.m. and start work at 9. And what do you do before work? I go for a run at 6:30 a.m. and then I have breakfast at 7. And after work, I finish at 6 p.m. and I have dinner downtown. Do you work every day? No, I work on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The third picture, he meets Maya Cho, rock musician. Rock is a kind of music. Mike, what's his schedule like? Maya, well, I work at night. I go to work at 10 p.m. p.m. means in the evening, and I play until 3 a.m. What do you do after work? I have dinner at 3:30 or 4. Then I take a taxi home. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 5 in the morning. I go to bed at 5 in the morning. Again, this conversation. What's your schedule like? Maya, well, I work at night. I go to work at 10 p.m. Then I play until 3 a.m. What do you do after work? I have dinner at 3:30 or 4. Then I take a taxi home. What time do you go to bed? I go to bed at 5 in the morning. If you note that the whole reading is expressed in the present simple tense because it's a timetable, it's a schedule. That's why it should be in the present simple tense. It expresses the daily routine of life. It expresses the daily routine of life. We will stop here and we finish our lecture for today. Goodbye, my dear student, and good luck.